I thought maybe you can do me a favor and say hello to my friend who's inside the prison for some time now.
Yeah.
And his name is Lee. So I figured out it would be a nice yell to say, Laat Lee los! Laat Lee los! Lee is a man, he's a very good cook. He works for years, maybe 20 years already in Dutch restaurants, Chinese restaurants, whatever. He makes a living, but he has no paper, you know. Nobody can prove that he's born even, you know. He doesn't have a Hoku number in China and he doesn't have a passport in Holland. So they call him illegal, you know, he has no document. But he leaves document because he's cooking, you know. And what is better documents than making a good food for the people? Now they drive him crazy, he breaks his foot while playing ping pong in prison. He's there for half a year. Yeah. He gets screwed by everybody. That's how he feels, I can imagine.
Tonight we went first to the boats to show solidarity with the people who are there. This is an ongoing thing which has been done like already many times, and we do this to support the people over there. And after that we decided that it was a good thing to go to the gemeenteraad, city hall, because now there is a meeting about like the technical questions that make it able for the boats to stay. And the thing is, like with our group, we've been going there like every time there is a meeting about this subject, we go there, you know, to remind them that they're being fucked up, you know, and that they can never use the argument about like that they don't know what's wrong, you know, because they do know. They just decide that it's a good idea to put people without papers in prison. And also the thing is, we today is kind of a special thing because the permits that the government used to make it legal for the prison to be there, you know, it had to be put through the gemeenteraad, through the city council, and stuff like this. The permit ended 3 days ago. So actually, right now, in our opinion, even by their own law and their own standards, it's illegal that these boats are actually there. But now they're gonna fix that with like a change in the bestemmingsplan. It would be nice if they decide that the boats cannot be here, but our main objective is not to really influence politics, but to just make it very broader known that this is going on. And also that they can't get away with it easily. You know, they're gonna have some trouble, even though, yeah. It would be nice if there's more trouble for them, but we do our best. Yeah.
How long has he been living in Netherlands?
25 years or so?
Yeah.
Half his life, more than half his life. He was busted because he was driving on the bus without paying. And then they catch him and they check him and they find that he may be illegal, so they detain him, and then finally he ends up in this bloody boat in Zaandam. I visited him once, and my friend visits regularly, and another friend also regularly. What? Yeah, he was also in his way an active member of some campaigns, like the campaign of the cleaners at the airport. You know, he is friends with some of the people who work as a cleaner on Schiphol, and he was cooking for the cleaners. Like he was also making meals for the, as I say, the Schiphol people. The Schiphol people is the people that are survivors of the Schiphol fire. So we had gatherings, you know, and he was cooking, and so he's an ally, he's a comrade, and he's in prison, and he's fucked up. So I want to destroy that prison.
And how long have the boats been here?
5 years already.
That they're here in City, in Zaandam. They didn't start using them
5 years,
5 years ago.
They started building them because the permit is actually a permit for building a prison, because it's boats, and they were supposed to be towed to wherever they were gonna be towed to. But then when they finished it, they decided that it was a good idea to let them stay here. At first they said it was a normal prison for like normal prisoners, and then it was only for illegals, and then it turned out that there was also uitgeprocedeerde asielzoekers there. I don't know the English word. And now they even put the squatters there after the last eviction wave. And so we thought it was a good idea to put the attention on that again. You know.
A lot of friends of us visited people there several times. It was quite difficult to even get in touch with them, because they you aren't able to get in touch with them on your own from outside. People from inside who are prisoned should put you on the visiting list and have to know your surname, your all your data, in order to put you on the list of the visiting hours. So they should call you to make an appointment. If you don't have their whole name, you can't even get in touch with them. So it's really difficult for one thing. But at the end, people were able to visit a lot of prisoners there, and a lot of stories were the same, in the sense that the conditions there are really poor, really bad.
It's very clean and white and hard and bad acoustics. Mainly boring. Like waiting for something to happen that probably never happens.
Actually, the conditions are worse than in normal prisons because they're not actual prisoners. You know, they're in a different legal group.
Mm-hmm. They have no rights at all. They don't know what is going to happen. Everyone is not helping each other, but basically try to figure out what his situation is. So there's a really stressful atmosphere there.
Their rights?
Yeah.
That's the problem, they have no rights, because they don't exist. They're just being considered a pain in the ass. They are there not because of who they are or what they did, but because they have to be available to be gotten rid of. Now that's a minimum existence, you know? Mm-hmm. That has nothing to do with civil rights or human rights or any rights. So the question asking what are their rights, to be honest, is bullshit. Mm-hmm. Because there's no rights. Yeah. I don't believe in rights unless you fight it and you take them. If you don't take it, you lose it. You don't have nothing. So the people who fight, they have rights. Yeah. The people inside, they fight. And you don't know and I don't know, but I've been there. I know a few people and they fight. Last week in Rotterdam, they make, demonstration. They sit on the ground and they refuse to go to the cell. That's an action. That's a, revolutionary thing in the prison situation. To make collective action. Respect.
Yeah.
Never forget.
Yeah. And has your friend been told how long he's going to be locked up, or anything about? No,
he has no right to know how long. No.
And nothing
There's
about.
There's officially a maximum of half a year, but they just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and they don't tell him anything about the process, or if there is a process going on.
They tell him a lot of bullshit. But never a clear answer.
Yeah.
Least of all a reason why.
And also people go crazy because like a normal inmate, he knows like, okay, I have a sentence of 2 years, and after that I'm gonna be out. But these people don't have a date to live to, So it seems, it feels endless, you know, and some of them have been in there like several times already, so they know like, okay, it's gonna end, but usually it takes like half a year or something. Mm-hmm. But the feeling of not knowing a release date drives people crazy, you know, and then they're all packed together, which drives people crazy as well, and like being locked up drives people crazy. Yeah. Well, so they're breaking these people, you know. That's the meaning of. And
it's not people from one certain family or group. It's like total strangers you're being imprisoned with, and people are imprisoned there don't even know which day they're going to set free, or they are getting deported to some country. You don't even know which country sometimes, because if they don't have even an origin, it's really difficult to get an origin.
Yeah, actually, we know about a Dutch guy who was born here, but his parents were illegal. Mm-hmm. So he was born here and raised here, so he speaks like Dutch perfectly. And when he got in, they send him, you know, like in a standard procedure, they send him an Arabic translator. And he said like, yeah, you know, I don't speak that language, you know, like I only speak Dutch.
The day when people get set free, it's the day itself that they're being told that they're going to be released. It's the day on the day itself, you know. The day before, you might think that you are going to stay there for the next. And
so for the other inmates, it's like people don't get set free, but they just disappear, you know. It's like the people. Mm-hmm. They don't know where they're going, you know, whether they're going to be deported or set free or whatever.
Or maybe.
So it's really weird because you live there together, so they create some bond, kind of, and then people just disappear, you know. So it's
also people who are getting sick. We also know that a lot of people who are badly injured due to the circumstances there suddenly get released. While they're totally sick and have a lack of medication and medical help, suddenly they get released, and this is going so far that people they try to let people die on the streets, so that the casualties of this imprisonment doesn't fall into the statistics of their own system.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So that's also really terrifying. So if you get sick, you know, you put on the streets and to basically just to die. If you don't have papers, you aren't inclined to have medical health care.
Yeah. Although so many hospitals do help.
Do help, but you have to find one.